What's up, everyone? My name is Brandon.
I'm Ryan.
This is Brandon and Ryan Game Talk. This is our weekly Twitch video game themed show. Right now, it's mainly a news show. We're gonna do some shaking things up in the future, I think, to be partial news, partial topic focused, because there's a lot of video game news shows, and we can get some different variety.
We'll
talking about
jazz it
that.
up.
Yeah. We
Uh,
can talk about anything video game related, like
yeah.
endlessly. So to change things a little bit. But we're going to start off today with some Last of Us Part 2 impressions. You and I have both been playing
Yeah.
Last of Us Part 2. Spoiler-free impressions, I should add, so people don't fucking turn off right away. It's just going to be kind of how we're feeling, not really hitting story beats at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're farther than I am. What are your initial thoughts of the game without spoiling any shit?
Without spoiling, I'd like to say first off, well, I think we had talked about this several weeks ago, but I wanted to replay the first one,
Yeah, because I
just to kind
did.
of freshen up. And I didn't, but it's fine. So anybody out there who's watching this, you don't need to replay the first one to
No.
be recapped and caught up. They kind of touch on a few things, and for the most part, it'll come back to you.
Yeah, they touch on how
That
things finish off right at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, and then there was a couple things, like
Careful.
I liked it. I know that's what I'm like. I I love it. I think that they took the first one and they fine tuned it perfectly. They added some necessary things as far as equipment and perks that were
Yeah.
necessary, but gameplay is incredible. Everything's smooth and makes sense.
Right,
Um,
yeah. What's up, Tivril?
and then my favorite part is how stressed I feel. I'm tense
Yeah, like
and I'm anxious
the mood it
and I'm
hits you.
literally it's like horror movie vibes where
That's
there's
how the
certain
first
points.
one was for me too, and so far in this one, I've only had a couple points of that because I haven't gotten. There's been a couple specific areas you asked me if I've been to, which I haven't, and you're like, "Oh man." But
And I
like,
think you're right there where it's gonna pick up.
yeah, I'm hoping to get some in tonight.
Yeah.
But after replaying the first one, which I love that game and I love the story and the characters and everything, like Joel and Ellie, side characters and stuff too. But like this one just feels better. Sometimes in the first one, the stealth scenarios, like encounters, is what the game refers to them as, were a little rough. And then in
Yeah.
this one, they've just been really smooth, and I've been really good at them. Like, I've been fucking shit up with stealth. Like, I'm constantly full on ammo, which is awesome. So then sometimes if I'm just like, I don't want to stealth this one, I'll just fucking run in and blast everything because I have so much firepower, and I'm constantly
Right.
full. And in the first one, you had shiv mechanics, so you had knives, but they had durability and they would break, and that would make it so you can do faster stealth kills, and you needed them to kill clickers stealthily. If you didn't have a shiv and you
Right.
grabbed a clicker from behind, you'd be fucked. But in this one, Ellie's just got her shiv, her switchblade, and it's infinite. You
Right.
never have to worry about shiv durability, and I love that. And the stealth is just better. I've
Yeah.
had a blast with it, and it's like
I
the
like
noise
the-
cues. Did you notice the noise cues when you're about to get caught? That I think helps
Yes.
a lot.
Yeah, I was just gonna say there was one part that I did. That's all I'm gonna say. But the hiding in the grass and the different levels, the different depth of the grass is
Yeah,
really nice.
because the grass wasn't
but
a
like
thing.
I like when I can go into an area and take a bunch of people out, and then you can still hear people talking, but you know they're not in your area. So you kind of know
Right.
okay, there's gonna be more. Which way do you go about it?
Yeah, because there
I
is an
love it. I love it.
open-ish area early on where you can go and explore, and there are some patrols going around.
Yeah.
So that's where you can hear people in the distance and stuff sometimes.
But at
Excuse me.
first, I will have to say, at the beginning, it seemed like there was going to be too many things in the works.
Like, do you mean with
and
the
it-
open area or just the story?
The story,
Okay.
a lot of the story and some of that stuff. I thought that there was going to be too much new stuff happening, too many connections, many things. Going
Yeah.
on. And they're crushing it. It's so it's great. They're doing a great job.
Yeah, I love it. I have a lot of questions, and I'm excited to hit the story more. I know the
Yeah.
game's pretty long, so I'm like, fuck, this might take me a bit to finish, because I only have a few
Yeah.
hours at most every day to do it, and I'm busy a few days this week, so, and we fucking
Yeah.
work this weekend, but
Oh yeah, don't remind me. Gotcha.
Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, no. So yeah, overall, I can't wait to keep playing it. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I'm into it too. It's brutal, which I expected because the first one was brutal. And yeah, I don't really want to say any more. The Last of Us 2 is
yeah,
great
no.
so far.
Yeah, because like I could keep talking, but it's just gonna end up being spoilers.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So we'll get off that. I'm gonna pop this. So transitioning to news, this isn't the biggest story, but I pulled it first just because we'd be talking about The Last of Us. It is Sony's biggest PlayStation 4 launch ever, specifically in the UK. This is
Yep.
what this talks about. This is from Tom Phillips at Eurogamer. So purely on box copies as well, so not digital. It pipped previous record holder. Pipped, is that a UK term?
I don't know, but I can find out
Okay.
for Uncharted 4, right?
Yeah. It pipped previous record holder and fellow Naughty Dog game Uncharted 4. Amazing game. Love Uncharted. I accidentally left my mask on, but I can just say that I'm channeling Nathan Drake from Uncharted 3 in the desert with my dust mask. It's a good look. Or you could say Poe from Rise of Skywalker, but he just straight up looks like Drake from Uncharted 3. But yeah, The Last of Us 2 has dethroned Animal Crossing New Horizons as the year's biggest release so far, with launch weekend sales around 40% higher than Nintendo Switch exclusive, which is insane because Animal Crossing was selling like crazy. It makes sense because there's more PS4s in the wild, but there are a ton of fucking Switches out there too.
Yeah.
Game for Nintendo's console continue to dominate the top 10, however. Ring Fit Adventure, oh, they must be able to find them there. You can't find them in the US. Bullshit. Once again spends the week
Well,
in
I know
second
one
place.
person who found one.
I'm so mad that one came in, motherfucker. I'll get it. I just don't want to spend $100 on it.
True.
Elsewhere, sales of Pokemon Sword and Shield both rose week on week with the release of their first expansion. That makes sense. Which we'll get
talk
into that later because you've been playing that. Top 10 in full: Last of Us Part 2, Ring Fit Adventure, FIFA 20, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Modern Warfare, GTA 5, Minecraft, 51 worldwide games. I don't know what that is.
Sure.
Pokemon Sword, and then Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which is sweet to see that on that list because I love that game.
Yeah. Pipped essentially for British slang means to wound or kill, so that kind of makes sense. It's
Okay.
kind of,
It wounded / killed previous record holder.
yeah.
Fellow
See, I
Naughty
mean, it
Dog
makes
game.
sense.
Uncharted 4.
Kind
Yeah,
of.
it does. Yeah, it did beat Animal Crossing Timberland as far as yearly goes. All right, this one I saw on my last break today, which surprised the shit out of me. So, you know Microsoft streaming service Mixer, right? And how they've been pushing it hard.
Yes.
They signed Ninja. And Mixer's shutting down. Microsoft is pulling the plug.
Weird.
Yeah, Microsoft. This is from Adam Bankhurst at IGN. Microsoft is shutting down Mixer. Will now partner with Facebook Gaming. So the big signees that they had, like they paid a fuck ton of money to get Ninja. I don't know who King Gothalion is, but he was one they paid as well. And then Shroud. I know Shroud are now free to go where they choose. So it's like they made a fuck ton of money and they could just go back to Twitch if they want, or they could go to Facebook Gaming. I'm assuming they're going to go to Twitch, honestly, because they'll still have those followers there, because their accounts still exist on Twitch. They're just not verified because they went and partnered somewhere else. So yeah, it's shutting down Mixer on July 22nd, and there was, for people who are partnered, I saw some sad stuff on Twitter about it. Nobody knew about it. They didn't tell anyone. There's shots of streams of people streaming on Mixer and their viewers telling them about it and having to learn that way. And it's like, people who have these audience, yeah, Tiverill, you know someone on Mixer. I remember you talking about that. And I'm like, that sucks. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that they're shutting down because they're just so far behind, which they mentioned in this article. But
yeah.
they were pushing it hard and they were investing a ton of money in it. The biggest reason is it became clear that the time needed to grow our own live streaming community to scale was out of measure with the vision and experiences we want to deliver to gamers now. Which makes sense because they're trying to make a Microsoft ecosystem of like xCloud and Game Pass and that kind of thing, like more just ways to play games in an environment, not to necessarily stream them and create a different entertainment brand, essentially. So that makes sense. But yeah, I was really surprised when I saw this because they put a ton of money into getting talent on the platform this year. And it's sad that they didn't let people know, you know? It's just like, hey, this shit's done in a month. Sorry.
Surprise.
Sorry, not sorry. Yeah. So that's a bummer for them. But yeah, I don't have any thoughts on this. I've never really watched Mixer. I watch Twitch a lot. Every once in a while,
Yeah.
there's one streamer who I like who's on Facebook Gaming. Do you know who Markiplier is? YouTube guy?
I don't think so.
The big YouTuber. He's really funny. He's on YouTube and Twitch. He makes a lot of video game videos, and then he live streams on Twitch usually. But one of his friends he streams with a lot, Bob, and he's exclusive to Facebook streaming. So every once in a while I'll throw that on because he's really funny. But it's rare because it's not easy to watch on my TV, and I usually want to throw it on my TV or something while I'm doing something else. But yeah, that's kind of crazy and really fast.
Yeah,
I wonder,
like you said, all of a sudden.
I want to know if the Series X initially was planned to launch with some big Mixer features to get people to stream, and if they're going to have to change their software.
Oh.
Like their, because with an Xbox One right now, they always have Mixer right there. So I wonder if they're building that into the system's architecture more, and then it's like, well, fuck. That's not a thing.
Right.
So I don't know, I'm curious to see how that's going to look.
Weird.
It's something they can fix on the software side before the system launches, but they might have to put in more hours, which could be rough, because I'm sure they're going to be crunching already. But yeah, to a more positive article, which I just closed on accident, so give me a second. Fuck, where is it? Here we go. So the ARMS character was announced today for Super Smash Brothers, which they teased
Min
a while
right?
ago. Min, yes. And I watched the whole presentation with Sakurai. Have you ever watched the in-depth character reveals with Sakurai, the game's director? He's directed all the Smash games. He's so funny, and he's like super intricate and specific. I don't know, it's weird, it's hard to explain, but he's just like a goofy, cool Japanese guy, and he has a 2 TV setup with a fuck ton of consoles because he likes to play games and watch TV sometimes. And he can also play with 2 characters by himself. Like he'll lay his hand flat on the controllers and he'll fight against himself, and it's wild. But Min looks really cool.
That is amazing.
Yeah, I watched it and it was really entertaining. But Min's designed a little differently. So like, how Smash, your A button is your attacks normally, and B is like your special attacks.
Yes.
So instead, one of your arms is controlled by A, and one of them is controlled by B, which you can do B over and B up and stuff like that, but you can do you can attack and your range is crazy. It's kind of hard to describe it, but it's
cool.
cool.
It's like cool that because they can incorporate things like that.
Yeah.
More and start changing it depending upon characters, but.
Right. So I'm into it. I haven't bought any Smash DLC characters because no one ever wants to play Smash with me. So it's
I don't know why. It's baffling.
Yeah. I just want my friends to play Super Smash Brothers with me. I'm sorry that I just beat your faces in.
Yeah, it's no big deal. Maybe one day.
So you know how they have the Mii fighters who are skinned on like Gunner, Swordsman, and Brawler? That kind of thing.
Yes.
You can design your own. And they've released some more intricate costumes, so like you could buy a Cuphead one for a few bucks that was the Gunner, so it looks like Cuphead but it uses just those Mii Fighter movesets. They announced a couple more of them today, which the coolest one was the Vault Boy from Fallout. So it's not an actual character, but it looks like Vault Boy and it plays like I think like a Gunner, but it looked really cool. And there were a couple other ones, like one of the Hayachi, I think, from Tekken, and then a couple of fighters from Splatoon, the Splatoon ladies who do the newscast and stuff in Splatoon.
Okay.
They're announced. One's a Gunner and one's a Swordsman or something like that.
Names are on the tongue.
Callie and Marie?
Is that?
Right?
Doesn't sound quite right, but maybe.
Get good, pull a Sakurai. So I could just play against myself. Which hand is better? I don't know how. I don't think I'd be able to do that. It was impressive.
No, that's a lot. That's a lot of work.
Yeah. Then there was a couple of amiibos they showed off. So they showed off a Joker one from Persona 5. He was the first DLC fighter. And then Dragon Quest 11's hero. Just mash up 2 games there. One JRPG, one American RPG.
Could be fun.
Yeah. And Dragon Quest 11's hero will be released this fall as amiibos.
Cool.
So that's cool. That's entertaining. The character looks sweet. I will eventually buy both fighter passes because I do want all the characters, even though I fucking never play Smash. Except like on my birthday. That's when I can make you guys play with me.
So one day a year.
Yeah. Like you guys have to play Smash with me. Thank you. All right, next story. This one's also cool. This actually leaked like last Friday and got officially announced today. I don't know if you saw this. This is straight from the PlayStation blog. James Matone. Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, launches on PS4 October 2nd. I believe it's on other systems as well. Well, it might not be on Switch, but it's on Xbox One for sure. They teased this by sending a bunch of people from the press a puzzle last week. I don't know if you saw this on Twitter or anywhere, but it was a puzzle of a different mask, which we hadn't seen before, because Crash Bandicoot has different masks and things like that as collectibles and shields and that kind of thing. I'm not super into Crash. I like Crash as a character, but I still haven't even gotten the remasters that were apparently really well done, like the Insane Trilogy. I'd like to, but I would do that before I get this game. But it's still cool.
Yeah. I don't know. It didn't really tickle my fancy.
Okay. I was like, did you grow up with Crash or anything? A lot of people grew up with Crash.
I did, but not. It wasn't my go-to. Like I grew up.
Okay.
Played a. So. Hey.
Yeah. And I wasn't huge on PS1 right away. I got a PS1 late to play Final Fantasy VII and then Final Fantasy VIII and like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. That's all I really played on PS1. PS2 is when I got heavy into the ecosystem, which is why the mascot people, like specifically Ratchet and Clank, are my shit, and I love that they still make those games. Stoked for the one on PS5.
Yeah, that's gonna be fucking sick.
Yeah, so cool. So yeah, that's sweet. That was a big announcement that was today. And then another big announcement, which is a leak that seems verified, is Rocksteady reportedly working on a Suicide Squad game, which has been a rumor, but something got filed. This is from Jordan Alleman, IGN. So the original story is domain registrations for a game seemingly titled Gotham Knights and a potential Suicide Squad game have been found online. So the Gotham Knights one, what is it? We'll just go to the updated one. So, a new report claims that Arkham studio Rocksteady is indeed the developer behind the Suicide Squad game mentioned in the domain name registrations. The London studio has been working on the project for years. Arkham Knight came out in 2015 on PS4 and Xbox One. It's been a long time since they've released a game. And the Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League domain is potentially the game's full title. And then the Gotham Knights is probably WB Montreal's long-rumored Batman Court of Owls game, which that account has been teasing stuff on Twitter about that game for a while. It sounds like both of them are going to be shown in some aspect at the DC Fandom event, which got announced last week. It's going to be in August. It's all things DC Comics, DC movies, DC video games. I know James Gunn's going to be there talking about his Suicide Squad movie, so it makes sense. Obviously, they're not going to be tied together story-wise, but themed, it makes sense. And it'll be cool. I'm excited for Rocksteady's new game.
We'll see. We'll see how I feel about it when I know more.
Yeah. Because you never really played the Batman games, right?
No.
The Arkham games? I love them. So
I don't know. Batman was never. People really get into Batman, and it's just one of those characters I never got into. Yeah, like. And I hate saying that out loud. People will fucking jump down my throat.
Do you like the movie?
But it's like, yeah, like I don't dislike. I grew up on the terrifying originals, in my opinion.
Like the Tim Burton ones with Michael Keaton,
Michelle Pfeiffer, and
there's some rumors going on about that, which we can talk about. It's not video game related.
Like I appreciate, but I never was like, man, a Batman game? Oh, Batman, fucking sick! I gotta play it.
Well,
but it's not.
Me and you are both heavy on the Marvel side of things, as far as like comics and media and video games. But like, I do love Batman. I dressed up as Batman when I was fucking in like first grade or something like that. I remember putting tennis balls under my arms, like under my back suit to get biceps.
Yes.
I'm like, I'll have these when I'm an adult, and I didn't really until like the last year.
See, it just took a little extra time.
So like, Batman's cool, and Batman's got awesome villains. Like, I love that broken character, but I still haven't read a ton of Batman comics in comparison to anything else. And yeah, but I love the Arkham games. I'm excited to see them do more DC shit. I love superheroes, so. Oh, what a triple C.
Yeah.
It straight up erases all the Crash games where he has tribal tattoos, which is good and right. Wait, is that true? Is that what this new Crash game does? Or is that something else? All right, on the topic of Batman, this is not game related, but Michael Keaton is in talks to return as Batman in the Flashpoint movie that's going to be happening.
Huh.
If you don't know anything about Flashpoint, like I didn't really know anything about until the last couple of years because this movie's been in production on and off forever. It's apparently he like makes the rift in dimensions and like alternate universes. So they want to bring Michael Keaton's Bruce Wayne back as like a mentor kind of leader person. They compared it to like Sam Jackson as Nick Fury. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm totally down for that because Michael Keaton's great as Batman and it sounds cool. So I hope that happens.
Cool. Every character from what year? The 90s? I don't even know what year those movies came out, but like
89 was the first Batman, and then Batman Returns was like 91.
Everyone in those movies was so good in character. Like, just I don't know. I loved it. I loved all of them.
Yeah, it's so dark and I love Michael Keaton. Like
creepy.
Jack Nicholson
So
as the Joker.
terrifying.
Heath Ledger's still a better Joker, but that doesn't Jack Nicholson
doesn't mean it was bad.
Right.
Yeah. Who did I say? Michelle Pfeiffer. Penguin
she couldn't
was
pee
terrifying.
in the suit. She couldn't open the suit. Well.
Yeah.
I heard a bunch of issues about that.
Yeah.
That's all I think of now. Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
Who played Poison Ivy?
Uma Thurman in Batman and
Yes.
Robin. The worst Batman movie that's ever come out.
She's amazing, though. I was thinking about her
I do like
on the way
Uma Thurman
home.
a lot. I loved
today.
that movie as a kid, but I was a dumb kid.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has those moments.
Yeah.
Anyways, that would be a legit movie, like to bring him back.
I've wanted a Batman Beyond movie forever with him coming back because that's how Batman Beyond works. It's Bruce Wayne old mentoring this new Batman, and I'm like, bring Michael Keaton back. Let's fucking do it.
Yeah, that's cool.
He can run so fast he breaks space-time. Okay, that makes sense with the Flash shit. But yeah, hopefully that happens. All right, back to video game news. EA Play Live happened. Did you watch it and see anything from it?
No, I know nothing about that.
Okay, I watched it. There's not that much exciting from it. There's some cool stuff. Apex Legends is coming to Steam and Nintendo Switch and getting crossplay in the fall. I love Apex Legends. We've been playing it a bunch. I'll probably still play it some, but I probably won't be playing it as much these next couple weeks until The Last of Us is done. But yeah.
Well, and then you got Ghost of Tsushima right after Last of Us.
Man, I fucking can't wait for that game.
Yep.
Sims 4 is now on Steam. A lot of their news was that they're bringing their games back to Steam and shit. So there were some cool EA art games. I forget what their actual banner is called. Like EA Creatives. I don't remember. They're just like smaller cool games that they've been making sometimes. Lost in Random was the coolest one that I saw. It's like a third-person action game, but you have a companion that's a dice, like a die, and you can use it to roll, and it affects gameplay and stuff like that. I'm like, hell yeah,
cool.
I'm into that shit. And the game's art style looks
cool.
really cool. It's not loading, otherwise I'd bring it up and show people. But
sweet.
Yeah, Dicey. So in 2021, follow the tale of Eve and her sidekick Dicey to play the odds and break the curse. It looks rad.
I'll have to check it out. Put it on my list.
Yeah, they announced Rocket Arena. It's like a 3v3 game where you only use rocket launchers. I don't know. I wasn't that into it. Could be fun. I don't know if it's free to play. They didn't
Too much of that. There's a lot of that going on, and I think that
they did show.
I almost.
Oh, you go.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, so what is the other one? That Derby one that's coming out, which
PS5
looks really
one?
cool.
I hope that one's good, and it's gonna be PS5. And like, if we get a couple of us to get it, that one looks really fun.
But I just feel like there's a lot of the battle royale style games, and it's getting to the point where it feels like they're like just throwing every idea out there and like which one's gonna stick, which is hard
because you can only play so many video games, which is why I just focus on Apex if I'm playing something like that. I'm like, I know this game, my friends have it, it's fun even if we lose.
Well, wasn't there one, I don't know if it's out yet, but it was where it was gonna be like battle royale, but magic. It was going to be magic wielding.
That is out. Well, I don't know if there were multiple. Realm Royale is what it's called. That's been out for a year or so now. It's on PS4 as well, which, yeah, that's a free-to-play one.
Maybe it's not that one. Or maybe I just missed it and I'm that far behind on the
Maybe
times.
it could. Honestly, there's probably multiple Magic themed ones out there. So, so they did show. I don't know if you saw last week. They showed a Star Wars Squadrons CG trailer, and then they revealed gameplay at the EA Play event, which was on Thursday. Thursday, I think. I don't remember. But it's a straight up first person cockpit view Star Wars fighter game, and it's a 4v4, 5v5 is what it is. And it looks cool, and it looks really intricate. Like, you actually have to divert different power and shit in your ship to affect things. And there's like X-Wings, TIE Fighters, so there's like damage classes, bomb classes, and faster classes. And so there's different classes of ships, so you want to build like a good team.
Cool.
It sounds cool. It sounds more intricate than I thought it would be. So, it looks cool.
But what you're telling me is it's still not pod racer.
Correct. It is not pod racing. From everyone's favorite movie, episode
Damn.
1. They did do a full-on remake of pod racing remaster, I think.
Did they?
Yeah, because they had re-released the old one, but then I think like a month or so ago, they like updid the visuals hard.
Cool.
If you pick it up, I'd pick it up because I loved that game.
Yeah.
On N64.
Fuck yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
So this game seems cool. It comes out October 2nd, so I don't know. There's going to be a lot of fucking games this fall, especially with new consoles.
I'm going to be waiting for most of it. Like,
yeah. It'll be one where I'll watch
to.
reviews and stuff, and if a few of us get it, then I might get it, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Then they showed some sports stuff that I don't care about. Then, so a few years ago at E3, EA showed a lot of things they were working on that were years out, like concept art and that kind of a thing. Do you remember that? This was a while ago, maybe like 4 years ago, which some people liked and some people didn't. I kind of like that, but I also don't want to know about something before it's fucking. If it's like 4 years out, it might get canceled.
Right.
So you don't want to get.
Oh,
excited
you mean
for that
like?
shit.
Yeah, don't tell me something like Skyrim in the back of my mind forever, like Elder Scrolls 6 coming out or whatever.
Oh, I was like, Skyrim's out on everything, man. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
no, I'm like,
You
you know,
play
they
it on
just
your
dropped.
smart fridge. You can play it on your Alexa. Have you tried that? Because it's fun.
Oh my god, no. But you know, yeah, they drop that little seed, and then it just sits and festers, and then you don't know anything for
Yeah.
years, and just.
Well, guess what? EA did that again. They just showed
Of course they did.
like weird CG trailers. They showed like nothing specific. So they're like BioWare's next game, which we know is Dragon Age because they announced it fucking like 3 years ago. But nothing, no gameplay. It was just like concept video. Same with like Battlefield. They mentioned Need for Speed. EA Motive's next project, which EA Motive's working on Star Wars Squadrons, so they're doing something else too, I guess. I don't know.
See, this is the kind of thing where, like, you're right. Like, they could just like shelve these ideas, and nobody will ever know.
Right. So if they talk
It'll
about
never
it,
come up again.
well, like the Star Wars game that Amy Hennig was working on, the lady who directed Uncharted 1 through 3, and then got announced to work on Uncharted 4, but then she left Naughty Dog, went to EA to work on a third-person Star Wars game, and then that game got canceled, and she left EA after like 3 years. But they showed it off, and yeah, that's not happening.
Then gone.
Yeah. So that kind of sucks. Also, they ended the show with another big reveal, which is also fucking years out. They brought the two guys back who worked on Skate, the original Skate trilogy, and they're doing another Skate game, which is exciting, but it's probably not even in production fully yet. So it's probably like 3 years off minimum, I think. It's exciting though. I texted our friend Cody because he fucking loves Skate. He's like, you're fucking lying, right? And I was like, no, dude, they just announced it. And like, people were stoked for it, and like, I'm happy for everyone that loves Skate. I like Skate, but I would just rather them have announced it when it was closer. But I get it. People are constantly on EA's ass about a new Skate.
Right.
Like, where's Skate? Bring Skate back. Like, I think Skate 3 came out in like 2011 or something.
Damn.
Can't wait to fucking deck Solus. That's one of the characters in Dragon Age Inquisition. He sucks. But yeah, so that's cool.
It's something.
EA's
Some
bringing
excitement.
some games to Switch. They announced that too. So EA announced
Cool.
that 7 games will be released on Nintendo Switch in the next 12 months. They only discussed
I feel
Burnout
like-
Paradise and then Apex Legends. So there'll be more.
Yeah, that's nice though. But like, yeah, I don't know. EA isn't my. I don't really get on board with a lot of their games.
Yeah, well, they're big
which
into
I
like,
think is why I wasn't super stoked.
Yeah, I like to watch it because I do like when they make more action-y fantasy games. Like, I like BioWare games, but not as many recently. The last one I loved was Dragon Age Inquisition. Anthem I had fun with, but we both did, but that game was not
They,
great.
they're still saying they're gonna fix it, and I'm hoping
They have a small team
hoping they
working
do.
on stuff.
Right. I hope it's just not one of those like we just said, like they're just gonna like slowly put it up on a shelf,
Yeah.
and then it's just gonna disappear.
Yeah, I hope maybe next year sometime they're going to be like, hey, we revamped it. There's a lot more content, and it's going to be out on next gen consoles, so the loading is better because loading sucks shit in Anthem.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now we got some unfortunate news, but also okay news. Cyberpunk got delayed. Did you see that again?
Wah, wah.
Yeah, it got delayed.
I'm not surprised. I feel like I called that. Like I feel like
Yeah, there's a letter
it just
straight
didn't
from.
make sense.
I didn't test this scene beforehand, so we're gonna see. Hey, all right, it's not broken. This is a letter straight from the Cyberpunk 2077 Twitter account and a letter from CD Projekt Red. So yeah, they've decided to move the launch of Cyberpunk from September 7th to November 19th. Now, on one hand, I'm like, hell yeah, I can just play this on PS5 then. They have said that it's going to run better right off the bat on PlayStation 5, and in the future, sometime next year, they're going to have a big patch that has robust improvements on the next-gen hardware. But on the other hand, this is going to be coming out around the next-gen consoles when Spider-Man's going to be out. Also, I expect Assassin's Creed Valhalla to be coming out at this time. So there's going to be some fat, huge games coming that I'm equally as excited for. And there's only so much time for 100-hour games, Ryan.
Okay, wait. I have two things to say before we keep talking about this.
Okay.
I was told today, somebody read an article that Spider-Man is a expansion, not a standalone game.
No, that's wrong. That's some Sony
somebody
executive
wrote,
being a dumbass. That's what that is.
So yeah, somebody was reading the article to me, and I was like, they said it was a game.
No,
but that doesn't make sense.
So some Sony executive was like, yeah, it's an expansion, I think, to the regular Spider-Man. And then people were like, is it on PS4? It's just an expansion? What's up? And then Insomniac.
Oh my god, so stupid.
Yeah.
Anyways, so my second thing.
Hype train goes
right
choo-choo
now,
more slowly. Yep.
You have Cyberpunk, Spider-Man, and Assassin's Creed. Which one are you playing first? You had to choose right now.
Probably Spider-Man because it's shorter. Because they've come out and said it's going to be probably half the size. Not half the size, half the length. I assume the city's going to be as big as it was in Spider-Man PS4. But the story's going to be shorter. It's going to be, they compared it to Uncharted Lost Legacy as far as lengthwise. Okay. So honestly, I could probably hit Spider-Man up on PS5 and finish it in a week or so. Whereas Cyberpunk and Assassin's Creed Valhalla, do you ever finish those games?
Well,
you ever really finish those games?
Assassin's Creed, Ryan finishes his Assassin's Creed game.
I haven't finished an Assassin's Creed game since Assassin's Creed, the shitty one, Unity. I finished Unity. The last good one I finished was Black Flag.
Fair enough.
I played Origins and Odyssey a lot, but never finished them. I plan on actually sticking with Valhalla, but because we haven't seen Valhalla gameplay versus Cyberpunk, if I had to pick one, I would pick Cyberpunk out of those two.
What do you mean, Brandon? They straight up said they were showing us gameplay.
Oh, at that gameplay Xbox One event? That showed very little gameplay.
Still not convinced any of it was actual gameplay.
I know,
but
we're going to see Ubisoft's got an event in July, so we'll see shit then.
Yeah.
Tiverill chooses Cyberpunk, obviously. I knew he's hyped as fuck for that game, so.
Assassin's Creed is what I would.
Yeah, it's. I also think Valhalla is going to have better use of the next-gen consoles, so that might be one. I want them both so bad, and they're going to be different, because Cyberpunk's first-person, Valhalla's going to be third-person. But I haven't really sunk my teeth into an Assassin's Creed game hard. I played Odyssey pretty hard for only a few weeks, though, whereas you were playing for a year.
Forever.
Yeah, and like Cindy, this girl I've been talking to a lot, plays a shit ton of Odyssey. I think she just started it over because she was actually done with everything, which is crazy.
Yeah, understandable though.
Yeah. So yeah,
there's a lot.
That's delayed. Do you think? Now let me ask you this question: do you think Cyberpunk hits that date, or do you think they push it again? Does it come out this year? I don't see Spider-Man or Assassin's Creed slipping. So for my own sake, I would be fine if it got delayed again.
Well, I feel like they
I don't
can't.
want it to, but
Yeah, but when you think about the time frame already from what, February or whatever,
yeah, it was
March,
supposed to be February.
February to September, and I
Yeah, and then if they delayed it again, that would be probably a whole year delay.
right. But you're right, because it's not next gen yet.
Right.
So why would they release it? You know, they're gonna have to market it just right, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. And they've said,
I
yeah,
think-
it will play on PS5, and because they're both backwards compatible consoles, it will play and run better on both PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. But then,
I think it'll stick. Could you?
Yeah, I think it will. Fuck, I had a point that I was gonna make and I lost it. Cyberpunk getting delayed again. Oh, yeah. So they've said the game is playable from start to finish. All the quests, all that shit is done. It's just there's a lot of bugs because the game is huge. So they're bug squashing and polishing is all they're doing. So because like the game's finished, I think that is a better shot that it's obviously not gonna, that it won't get delayed again, but you never know.
We'll see.
Yeah. Next story, unless you got more Cyberpunk to talk about. Or
No,
a tangent.
I have a different.
Why would you wish this evil on me? Tyrrell says. What about me, Brandon?
Well, you know, it's
sorry.
better to
Okay.
know. It's better to know than not know, right?
Yeah.
I have an article about an announcement, a better announcement
Okay, what do you
than
got?
Cyberpunk.
Better
The
than
Pokemon
Cyberpunk?
announcement
Is this...
for June 24th. They're doing a Pokemon
oh,
Presents.
they're doing another Pokemon Presents? What do you think it is?
On the 24th. Okay, so I had a conniption fit on break talking to Tyler about this.
Okay,
So-
today?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they picked apart. I have it on my phone. Obviously you can't see it, but from IGN. This was updated June 17th by Adam Bankhurst. So they picked apart the video with Ishihara, if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Okay.
The president and CEO.
Of like Game
Announce
Freak or
it-
Pokemon Company?
Yeah, Pokemon Company.
Okay.
Announcing this stuff, and they picked apart behind him. It's all second gen Pokemon.
Okay.
So they
you
showed
think-
all that. They showed the Nintendo Switch in the corner.
Okay.
With the Let's Go bundle or whatever, but it all has Espeon and Umbreon figurines. So they're thinking it's Let's Go 2, a second generation
Okay,
of Let's
because
Go.
that's the rumor that I heard as well. Was that
Well-
that's what people were hoping. It wasn't really a rumor. They're like, there's these hints. We think it's gonna be Let's Go Johto or whatever the fuck it's gonna be called. Let's Go Eevee, not Eevee. Let's Go Meryl or Togepi or something.
I think Maryland Togepi fits, but this one says, the IGN article says, oh, like, Let's Go Espeon, Let's Go Umbreon, but
I would rather have that personally.
that would be fair. So
I don't-
hear me out, though.
I don't want a Togekiss. Is Togekiss? It's not Togekiss. in Gen 2.
Badass.
It wouldn't be a
No,
Togekiss,
it's just,
right?
it's just Togetic, yeah.
Oh well, and they don't even evolve because in Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee, they don't evolve. You just have a strong ass Pikachu
You're-
or a strong
yeah.
ass Eevee. But I
Which
don't want
Espeon,
Meryl or
Umbreon,
Togepi.
That would be cool.
I
I,
would
don't really
love-
want
An Espeon,
Espeon.
or Umbreon.
Yeah.
Which one's dark? Umbreon.
Umbreon,
Which
Yeah.
one would you take?
Espeon,
Okay,
Psychic.
sweet. Then I would get Umbreon. Perfect.
Fuck yeah.
Perfect.
Fuck yeah. If that's what happens. So, this other article that I tried to find.
Fuck, I
but
love
read a
Johto.
different
I
one.
hope that's what it is.
Well, now here's where my fucking conniption fit came in.
Okay, okay. I like the
So
word
this-
conniption fit. I don't think I've ever said that. Conniption fit. That's just fun to say.
Well, now you know. Okay, so I can't find the article. This other person wrote an article. I wish I had saved it.
Damn it, Ryan.
I know.
We do a
but they
game
go-
talk show together. How do you not say that?
I know. I know. Anyways, whoever it was, I apologize. They wrote the same thing where they go, maybe it's Gen 2, another Let's Go, blah, blah, blah. And they go, what if it's a Diamond and Pearl remake because they
Ooh,
never
like
did
a
that?
full-on remake, not
They
a Let's
did-
Go game.
Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby.
Yeah, and they did Soul
but they-
Silver, Heart Gold, Fire Red, Leaf Green.
Yeah, so you can imagine why I lost my shit.
Fuck, that would be
because-
awesome.
No, if they bring Diamond and Pearl to the Switch, but not Ruby and Sapphire, I'm gonna fucking lose
I mean,
my mind.
personally, I like Diamond and Pearl better than Ruby and Sapphire.
I know. I would be so mad if they just completely, like, the only generation not on the Switch is all of a sudden my favorite one. Anyways.
Diamond and Pearl's great, though, because then you have the underground area. There's so much more to do endgame-wise in that game. The dragons are cooler. I want a Dialga. I got 700 Groudons that I don't need.
To each his
Billy
own.
Eicher voice. Let's go, Pokemon.
But anyways, so that would be cool. Either one. I'm totally cool with either one. At the end of the day,
The fact
Pokemon
that those
is
hints
Pokemon.
were behind him makes me think it's a Johto.
Right.
I mean, I would prefer
yeah.
a full-on Johto remake versus a Let's Go style game. Because Let's Go is fun, but I like traditional Pokemon better.
The one thing I want, if they do a second-gen remake, is keep both continents, keep both
Yeah.
land masses. You can't cut that out.
In Johto, if
The
you
game
don't...
was so huge.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Well, you know the reasoning behind that, right? Why you could go back in Kanto and get 8 more badges? The director of the game thought that Pokemon was losing popularity, so he wanted a game that was big enough to, like, suffice people because Pokemon was going to be done, is what he thought. And then Pokemon's still fucking huge as shit. But that's why that's the only game like
Enormous.
that, where you can go back to Kanto and there's that extra content, which I love. Yeah, Silver's my favorite, so Lugia's my favorite legendary Pokemon. So
yeah. So yeah, this Wednesday, they're gonna be announcing their big project. It could be nothing. I mean, it could literally not have anything to do with those games.
Yeah, that would suck.
So,
what do you think? What time is it? Is it early as fuck, like the last Pokemon one was last week?
Haven't found the time yet, but aren't they usually at like 8 o'clock?
Yeah, like usually 8 a.m. our time, something like that.
Yeah, and it doesn't say, but it is. Yeah.
Well, I still have Pokemon news. The next article I had up was Pokemon Snap got announced.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, new Pokemon Snap over 20 years after the original. So a new version of the classic N64 Pokemon game. This is by Joe Scribbles. Joe Scribbles, IGN. It's currently in development for the Switch, coming soon. So I could see it being a fall game. That would be cool. But I love Pokemon Snap. That was one of those games. I have a handful of games like this in my gaming career that I thought the idea was stupid, and then I played it, and I loved it. Because, like, you're on rails taking pictures of Pokemon, but you can, like, throw apples, throw rocks, which you can get different paths, you can make them evolve. There's a lot of cool, like, hidden shit in it that makes it really fun and, like, satisfying to play. I don't know, it's really cool.
Nintendo's really good with their surprise game drops, too. Which is one of my favorite things about Nintendo in general, is, like, they will straight up, like, do that more frequently than anybody else. Like, look at this new game and it's coming, or they'll drop it early, or
or it's like out next week. Like Min was out, the character in Smash, the ARMS character is out a week from today.
Oh god, that would be so nice. Like if this Pokemon announcement is like this fall, I think
that'd be great. They don't have anything really. The rumored Mario games that we don't know shit about still.
Yeah, but to compete with the console war, I feel like they would drop a big name game.
Yeah, Nintendo always has big fall releases, but the only thing it's not even official yet is like the Mario anniversary games, like the remakes of those old 3D Marios. But that's still just a rumor. That's
nothing.
it.
There's
what the fuck else is coming?
Huh.
Granted, I don't need a lot. We got next-gen consoles and those huge-ass RPGs we were just talking about.
I know. Honestly, though, if there's a new Pokemon game, that would probably take precedence, just because I know I can crush it in 2 or 3 days. And then,
yeah. Well, I mean, you were playing Pokemon DLC, and I still haven't even touched that.
It's true. If we want to talk about that, we can talk about that.
We'll hit it at the end. We'll get more into what we've been playing. So, yeah. I have some clarifications of some next-gen stuff. Not clarifications, but just additions. So this is from Matt Kim, IGN. Horizon Forbidden West aiming for 2021 release. No loading screens. So this is just a statement that Guerrilla made. It might have been straight on Twitter, or it might have been through the PlayStation blog. I'm not sure. But what else did he say detail-wise? It might have just been loading screens.
Yeah.
But what thought he had? No, there's nothing else in this article, so... But it sounds cool. They're focusing a lot on exploration and finding, like, discovering things and answering questions, and there's hidden secrets and shit, which is what was one of the really fun things about the first one. I mean, there's so many fun things because that game's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. And then what else? I think that's all I have for news. I have some cool things that I just pulled from Twitter. Oh, Ghost of Tsushima went gold today, which if you don't know what that means, that just means they're printing discs now. So the game's not done per se, because they'd still be squashing bugs and there'll be day one patches, but they have a version of it that goes on a disc, and that's what going gold is. So that's exciting. July 17th. And then I have this really cool screenshot I took and tweeted from The Last of Us Part 2 because the game's beautiful. It's just in the forest. Did you ever use the photo mode at all?
Yes.
Is that a question? Have you used it?
Yes. I'm trying to remember. I think I remember getting angry because I couldn't.
Oh, I don't need that. That's not. Oh yeah, shit. That's right. That's happening. Oh, since we were talking about Ratchet and Clank as well, Insomniac confirmed that you do play as the new female Lombax, the mysterious one that we know nothing about. That was in the trailer. So you play as Ratchet and a mysterious new female Lombax from another dimension. So
Cool.
hell yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
Because she looks cool as shit, and I'm into that. Ratchet and Clank's so fun. You've never played Ratchet and Clank, right?
Nope.
If you're interested, I have the PS4 one, which was a remake / expanded version of the original on PS2, and it's really fun.
Yeah,
So if you like
that's definitely possible after Ghost of Tsushima. There's going to be a lull.
Yeah, there is a lull there.
Especially now that Cyberpunk is delayed.
Yeah. And that'll get you
and then maybe
get you a feeling for the franchise, like the comedy, the combat, like it's really fun. And those games are so funny, so all right, next. Also, this is just a reminder that there's also the Avengers thing this week. June 24th is, I forget what they're referring to it as. Some new trailer and more details about the Avengers game, which I hope is good. I still don't know if it's going to be, but I want it to be good so bad. That's coming out in September, so if that is good, that would be a game to pick up. But I don't know if it's going to be good. I want it to be good so bad. I just want to play as Iron Man and be awesome. I know I could get an Iron Man VR and play that, but...
Yeah,
So what does it say? Oh yeah, they also tweeted that Marvel's Avengers will be available on PS5 when the console launches holiday 2020. Owners of the PS4 version will get the PS5 version for free. So hell yeah.
Cool.
Into that. The Avengers War Table. That's what it's called. I don't know what time it is. What it's at though. Let me check the website. Let's see if I can find it. How are you feeling about Avengers? I know we were both cautiously optimistic about it.
I'm the same. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited for it. I mean, either way.
Crystal Dynamics, people who made Tomb Raider, They didn't make Shadow of the Tomb Raider, but they made Tomb Raider and Rise, and all the old Tomb Raiders as well was them. But
yeah, I don't know. I think I'm excited.
Yeah, and the story will be cool, I think. But then they're doing the story, but then they're also trying to do a games as a service around it, Destiny style. It sounds like, which I'm all for if they do it well. But I don't know if they're going to. Yeah. Well, we'll see. It's not loading, so which is fine.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm biding my time for.
So that's on Wednesday. So we'll have that to talk about next week.
Wednesday. Pokemon and Marvel, two of the best things in the fucking world.
Oh, it's at noon on Wednesday, June 24th at 10 a.m. Pacific? No, that's not Pacific. What is PDT? Because Pacific is PST, right?
Pacific Standard Time?
Yeah, what the fuck is PT? What is PDT?
Couldn't tell you. I have no idea.
What time is this? Oh, whatever. We'll figure it out. We'll talk about it on Sunday. So this is just a funny thing. So you know Devolver Digital, right? They make the smaller indie games, usually ridiculous, like My Friend Pedro. What's another one they make a ton. I'm trying to think of the monkey one. Ape Out. That one's really good, where you're the ape and shoving shit. They're usually violent, like top-down or side-scrollery kind of games. But so I know you've watched their press conferences with us. They're like ridiculous and staged. and they have Nina Struthers is an actor, and she plays like the Devolver president, and she's like died in the conferences before, but then brought back to life, and there's blood and shit. Do you remember that?
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, so she's an actor or actress, and so she's not really the president, but at the end of the PS5 reveal, they had the screen of all the developers and shit, and she was on it as Devolvers. So this is just a shot of her, and I didn't catch that, and that's amazing. Like they are playing that hard, and I love it.
Yeah, that's funny.
So I thought that was funny. I saw that on Twitter.
You have to appreciate that. That's
Yeah. Pacific Daylight Time? Maybe, but what's Pacific Daylight Time? How does that transition to Central Time?
I think it's the same. I just looked it up and it says it's the same, I think.
Why would they list that then? That's just confusing.
No,
All right.
I think it's the same.
So this GIF isn't loading. It's something that I thought was funny, but it's not loading. So I don't really. I mean, this kind of look okay. So I just found this on Twitter. Someone's like, my new game pitch. It's a regular first-person shooter, but all guns are floppy. And it's a shot of this. The GIF is just this revolver like flopping around and bullets just shooting in whatever random ass directions, and it's really funny. And he's like, publishers, my DMs are open. And then Devolver, now that we were talking about them, is like online multiplayer Wild West duel game, and then name your price. And somebody else was. It was like projectile dysfunction. And I'm like, that's a perfect name for it too. So the GIF's not loading, which is unfortunate because it's funny. But yeah, it's literally just like a noodle flopping around as this guy is shooting around this revolver. It's really funny. Oh, it's trying to load hard now. But that's all I got for news. We kind of flew through it. What have you been into? You got any other news before we?
No, I think. No, the only other thing that I think we were going to talk about was the PlayStation 5 console.
Oh yeah, I did the show with Gary because you weren't here last week.
Yeah.
Do you have any PlayStation 5 thoughts you want to discuss?
I love it. I am excited. I like it. I like the way it looks. It makes me feel good looking at it. Probably because it's a new PlayStation console in general, but it's sharp. But I like it a lot too. That. I had said something about special editions and different colors and different stuff, and then they announced that they were gonna have that, basically.
Yeah, which I still couldn't find anything about. You'd sent me an article because it was some higher up at PlayStation mentioned that.
Yeah,
but there's no time. It's not going to be a launch, so.
No. So, but it's like if it's like February, I'll wait. You know what I mean? Like. Yeah. If it's shortly after, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, you'll be able to play everything on current gen consoles that are coming out this fall, except for Spider-Man and Deathloop and so yeah, Deathloop's another fall game that's also coming out that I want.
Oh yeah, that one's but yeah, so other than that, no, I have no news. But as we had mentioned before, I've played most of the Pokemon DLC. I think I'm right at the end.
Okay, how is it? I heard it's really fun, and the wild area stuff is really fun. From a couple impressions.
I really like it. I don't know.
Are you getting badges and shit? Like, what are you doing? I know you have a new. What?
You're finding 151 hidden Diglets, and.
Oh, I don't know if I like that.
It was. I didn't at first, but then I did. Like, each area has a certain number of Diglets you have to find, and it's an Alolan Diglet, so all you see is like the three little hairs sticking up. You have to find them.
What do you do with them? You just have to knock them out and leave a corpse there?
No, you don't fight them. You just see them. You go up to them, and it's like finding an item, and then they go back to their owner. But you get stuff. You get different Pokemon and different things for each number that you find. Anyways, that was like a little side thing essentially, but it's I don't know. I like it. I like the characters that they brought in.
Well, there's a shit ton more Pokemon, right?
Yeah, there's a lot more Pokemon. I love it. I do. It's Pokemon, but I wish there was more. Like, it's just like a Safari Zone with one main thing to do.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's good. It's worth it. I definitely think it was worth it. especially because you have another DLC coming also.
Well, yeah, it's $30 for both, which is
Yeah,
not a bad price at all.
yeah. So yeah, it's cool. It's good. It's definitely something you can take your time with too. Like you don't have to plow through it.
Yeah, because who
Which
knows
is
when I'll
why I
get to it,
said,
honestly.
yeah. So check it out when you can.
Yeah, all I've been doing besides The Last of Us, been playing a lot of Destiny 2 and a lot of Apex. So like me and Tivril in the chat and Cody have been playing a lot of Apex. I've been playing Destiny 2 with our friend Ryan from North Carolina, and I've been playing some Apex with him as well. We're both slowly figuring out what the fuck is going on in Destiny 2 because neither of us have played it in like 2 years. And we're learning these new systems because there's new crafting materials and new currencies, and there's a new Armor 2.0 system, and the way Mastercraft weapons are made is different. And there's these old quest lines, but then new quest lines because a new season started. There's a lot going on, but Destiny is still really fun to play, and we're both getting our light up there, and it's fun. I plan on playing it still, and then now Cyberpunk's delayed, so I'll probably pick up the new DLC in September when it comes out.
And Tyler's downloading it, so Tyler.
Oh shit,
should
he
be
is
ready to play.
Hell yeah. I was meaning to talk to him about it because he asked if it was free when I brought it up last week.
I mean, he said it was like an enormous update.
Yeah, because it downloads the whole game, even if you don't buy the expansions.
Yeah.
But then there are dungeons in the game now, which weren't in the game before. So like raids are these big 6-person events that take fucking forever. And then some of the best content in the game are the raids, but it's hard to get 6 people to be able to play a game for fucking 8 hours. And that's if you know what you're doing. They take a long time. And the only raid I've ever finished in Destiny was Vault of Glass in Destiny 1. So, but they added dungeons, which are 3-person challenges that are like a raid, but it's only 3 people.
Nice.
So I'm into that. There's at least 2 of them in the game. And one of the newest one came out with the new season this last week, and it's free for everybody, so everybody can play it. Even if like Tyler download the game, he'd be able to play that dungeon once he gets up to a certain light level, which is really cool. Haven't tried them yet. Me and Ryan are gonna try them. I think try one to see if we can do it by ourselves. But yeah, it's cool.
Sweet.
Destiny's fun. Apex is really fun.
Yeah. Have to try and get Destiny. See what I have.
I still
on my
play Smash Bros.
When
I use the elliptical.
Yeah.
I did play Animal Crossing for the first time in like 3 weeks on the elliptical the other day. Did I send you the Snapchats? Everyone's like, where the fuck were you? Everybody was straight up like, were you on vacation? I've eaten a lot of snacks while you were gone. Like almost everyone said that to me. I'm like, man, jealous.
Yeah. I'll have to jump on and see what they say to me.
Yeah, it was funny. So I went on and did that. Yeah, that's all I've been playing. I showed all the fun stuff that I had on Twitter, I think.
Yeah.
Still log into Pokemon Go every day. Keep my streak up.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I did download... during the Pokemon stuff last week, they did announce other Pokemon shit. Like, there's that free-to-start Pokemon game. I don't remember what it was. And then they also announced and released that Pokemon Brush Your Teeth app for your phone, which is basically a way to get kids to brush their teeth more, and then the better you do, you have a better chance of catching a Pokemon at the end of you brushing your teeth, which is cool because I think kids hate brushing their teeth, and that would get me to brush my teeth.
Just something to help, something. It's
right.
Cool.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. You have anything else to talk about, Ryan?
Me? I don't.
Or not.
Think so? No, not offhand.
Yeah, I don't really have anything either. I'm excited to play more Last of Us. I'm gonna get off of this.
I'm ready.
Work out, shower, eat, and hopefully get in some Last of Us before I go to bed.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Well, I gotta get this onto YouTube, but that's more of a passive activity. I'll make a thumbnail, but that won't take too long. Yeah, sweet. What are you doing tonight?
Playing Last of Us. Well, I have to feed my dog, and then I'm going to play Last of Us.
That's at 6, right?
While also eating junk food.
Nice. What'd you get for junk food?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. I was like,
I bought two family-sized bags of Doritos and two family-sized bags of candy, one Swedish Fish and one Sour Patch Kids.
what kind of
And then
Doritos did you get? Wait,
I
there's
got
more?
the spicy nacho. Yeah.
Oh, I'll let you finish your list.
um, there is a gallon jug of Goldfish.
Okay.
That's
not
it.
really
That's all I
junk
got.
food.
No, Goldfish doesn't count.
I haven't had Doritos in so long. I could just chow a bag of cheese or
Honestly.
Cool Ranch Doritos.
I got the Cool Ranch and the spicy nacho. I couldn't decide, so I get both.
I just like always get the cheese ones now. I'm a basic bitch when it comes to Doritos, but I like all of them. I think the cheese ones are just my shit. I don't know. They're all really good though.
That's
Like
fair.
I'll eat a whole bag of Cool Ranch too.
Dude, for real.
That's
I know. So that's my plan is junk
I'm gonna
food.
have a salad and some goldfish, and maybe
See,
some,
I
like,
did
blueberries and peanut butter or something.
33 miles on rollerblades last week, so I'm gonna have another
Damn.
cheat day.
Well, I also have been overeating snacks and shit. Not overeating, but like I had a bunch of Chinese food Friday night.
And I did that yesterday.
I made a really good pasta dish yesterday when I went over by Cindy. I ate some leftovers of that today for lunch. So yeah. Not that that's related to the show at all. I should
It's
probably
fine.
do an outro.
Yeah, hey, let's do that.
All right. I am Brandon.
I'm Ryan.
This has been Brandon and Ryan in Game Talk. We are normally live Sundays at 10 a.m., but this last Sunday was Father's Day, so we had plans and didn't do that, but we did it today, which worked out well because a shit ton of news came out today, which was nice.
Yep.
Also posted twitch.tv/LairdBrandon, if I did not say that. If I did, well, there you go. Also, Laird Brandon on YouTube. We post the video later that day. It should go up sometime tonight. On Twitter, I am LRD Brandon, as well as Instagram, I am LRD Brandon. Where can people find you?
You can find me pretty much everywhere. Dark Siren 89. That's Siren with a Y.
With a Y?
Yes. Yeah, you can find me everywhere, especially Instagram.
Yeah, you're
where
very
you can
active
see
on
me.
there. I hadn't posted anything in
yeah.
a while until I posted that leg/goldfish picture.
Yes.
I was like, shit, I haven't posted anything.
I'm like on between my garden and my dog and my nipples. You know.
That's the thing.
and
Like, what
my
do I take
gaming.
pictures of? I don't want to put my nipples on Instagram. Really?
You'll be famous. At least my nipples are famous at work, which I don't know if that's a good thing.
Well, it depends on why they're famous. I was like, I don't know. I have self-esteem issues. Like, I know I look good, but I also feel weird just like flexing my arm muscles and like posting that on Instagram because that's
Yeah, until you do it though, and then you're like, shit, I can do this, and then people comment. Like some stranger put a bunch of eggplants on my picture.
I
and was
saw
like,
that.
"All right,
Yep. I look in your
I'll
comments because
take
they're
that.
funny.
I know.
There's just thirsty dudes up in your comments.
Yeah, it's a thirst trap.
See, but you
Sorry,
want
not
that. I don't know
sorry.
if I want thirsty dudes in my comments. It would be entertaining.
They don't have to. Yeah. You might also get thirsty chicks, so it's worth
That's
a shot,
true.
right?
Yeah, I don't know, but that's not. I'm not that kind of. I'm not a person who's like showing off my body for attention, even though I like it and I'm proud of it, right? I don't know.
Hey, that's up to you to decide. I am. I'm totally cool with it. Like,
I think it's just
whatever.
something I haven't done in the past, so it feels weird.
Well, I think for me though, like literally, I dropped over 50 pounds. Like I'm gonna flaunt it.
Yeah,
and be
I mean,
confident.
yeah,
And it's
I have too. Which
it's
is
not like I'm
crazy.
fucking posting like jockstrap pictures. Just like look at my full skin suit. Like it's
No,
just
that'll be
like
next year, right?
yeah. I'm never gonna have abs. Who am I?
You don't know that.
But maybe next year. You're right. You're right. I might. Shit, son.
All right. Well, yeah.
Anyways.
Tune in to Brandon and Ryan Game Talk and go like Ryan's nipple pictures on Instagram.
Hell yeah.
Everybody have a good day. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Bye.